My son, listen to these words carefully. The world is at your feet. Take hold of it.
My name is Awashie. I'm a Ghanaian. I come from Ghana. I play for GCU men's soccer, and I'm a student at GCU.
Ben was a player that our staff had been tracking for quite some time.
My dad was a referee, and he took me out to games. As young as the age of 7, I started traveling with him to games. I go to practices with him. I play soccer with him. So growing up, I had the passion passed down to me from my dad.
Ben has a lot of experience. You know, he was one of the older guys on our team. He's definitely a competitor. He's willing to sacrifice, to suffer, to help the team.
There was these tournaments we used to play as kids, you know, and there was one time there was a lot of crowd and I scored a goal and then everyone went crazy. Like the feeling, I promise you, I knew that like I wanted to do this for life.
I think what makes a good athlete is character. Your character builds into who you're gonna become in the future.
In Ghana, where it was hard, you know, you don't have food to eat before you go to practice, but you still have to go to practice and you still have to perform at the top level you can, you know. You go a whole day on a one meal, you eat once a day, you know, but then you have to go to school and you have to go to practice and play games and stuff. So growing up, it was hard, you know.
He comes to training and for the most part has got a smile on his face. He's enjoying, he has enthusiasm for what he's doing. He loves the game and it comes out in his play.
I was a player at Red Bull Ghana at the age of 14. The team was traveling to a tournament in France called the Tournoi de France, and I was the only player to be selected from the under 15 to join the squad. That was like my first trip ever outside of Ghana. I did not usually stay at home like that. I travel a lot, you know, either I'm in school, I'm in boarding house, or I'm in some soccer camp somewhere. So I usually did not spend time at home like every other kid does. So it's kind of like grew up with me as it's normal to be away from home for however long it is, just playing soccer, doing what you love, as long as I'm in contact with my family. That is. But, you know, I miss my mom. I miss my family. It's hard to be away, but, you know, we're used to it. Ali, I no go lie, Seth. I no go lie to you. There were actually times I thought about quitting, you know. It's like things are not working out. You gotta travel here and there, up and down, here and there to make something happen and nothing is going on. You know what I mean? So you're thinking like, can I just marry, get a job, and settle down with family and friends and live a normal life instead of flying about the place trying to make something happen for yourself? Just the fact that I have people back home looking up to me. I have to send money to people. I have to take care of people. I have to move my mama out of the conditions in which she is, you know. That is motivation enough to want to ball every time, want to be on top every time.
He understands the ups and downs of the game and the year, and has stayed even keel for the most part in trainings, in games, and throughout the year as a whole, where you can't get too high on your highs and you can't get too lows in the lows.
The moment that created this path for me was a Justify we played in 2019, where collegiate coaches from America were invited to come and watch us play so they can select players. And I was one of 4 other players that were selected to come study abroad. So UConn selected me to come play for them in America.
Ultimately chose a different college originally, and we were able to get him on a transfer for him to finish up his collegiate career. And the wait was worth it. You know, he was a player that came in and immediately, you know, impacted within the locker room and on the field.
Ben as a person, his character is like really strong, really disciplined, and which is like very important if it comes to soccer. And he's like really good with people, and he fits in with everyone.
I think Ben met and exceeded our expectations. You know, he was a player that was reliable. He grew and got better every game of the season. He took in information that we were asking him. We sat down and had film with him. He was open-minded to what the coaching staff was asking of him, and you could see then he was implementing the things that we had talked about. Each game getting a little bit better and playing a bigger role for us. And then, fitness-wise and physically-wise, was a player that didn't need a sub. You know, he could play the full 90 minutes at a high level.
I believe that when there is discipline, you don't need any motivation, you know. You discipline yourself to do this every day. You don't need to be motivated to do it. You wake up, regardless of how you feel, you do it anyways. So I want to become a big-time soccer player. I want to make it big in soccer. I have to wake up every day 7 a.m. to go to the locker room. My alarm goes off and I'm off. There is no feelings attached to it.
I think Ben has a bright future. He's a player that can have a career in this game. He's adaptable in the way that he plays. He can kind of play a number of different positions within the midfield. And I think that allows him to be a little flexible for coaches and for clubs that are looking for some utility in the midfield. I think his pace, his athleticism, his technical ability in tight spaces are all going to help him continue to make strides and jumps to the next level. And once he's there, I think his character is what's going to keep him there.
This man, his work ethic is insane. Like I said, I just know him for like a semester, but I really look up to him. My 3 years in college, I wish to be like him.